What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today, so I made a video that will not be uploaded. It was supposed to be uploaded in place of this one, and I was basically making a point that, you know, no matter what happens with Captain Marvel's second weekend box office, doesn't matter if it drops 75%, the movie is a success. And it is based on the numbers that are being released. But there's just so much craziness going on with this movie. Like, I have an onslaught. Not just me, by the way. It's not isolated to me. But everybody that is calling out this movie, we have an onslaught of bots and trolls coming after us. I mean, an onslaught of these people. People that have never given a damn about my content or anything I've ever had to say. And they didn't have anything to say prior to Captain Marvel, but oh boy, as soon as those big numbers came out for opening weekend, they have been on top of all of us. They have been going after everybody that has ever dared to talk bad about the great Brie Larson and all of her bullshit. You know, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, it is true. Like, based on the numbers that have been released, the second weekend box office is irrelevant. And so that was kind of the video I was making. But this is so much bigger than that. And all of the reports that we're hearing about all of the craziness going on, again, I'm not saying it's true, but it's damn sure worth looking into. You know, John T. Net super chatted some stuff earlier. He's overseas. You know, he mentioned something from Shanghai where there was a bunch of refunds being demanded and all this stuff with Captain Marvel that was crazy. We've seen a lot of people on Twitter talk about how a lot of these empty theaters with all these empty seats and stuff like that. And again, I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying that the people that there are reports out there of people having these discussions. I don't like having the discussion of have the numbers been fluffed or whatever, because I don't think that can be proven. I really don't. And if they were going to do it for Captain Marvel, why not do it for the Lone Ranger or John Carter or Solo? You know, it's not like Disney's never had flops before. You know what I mean? So why wouldn't they fudge numbers for these movies? I just don't. I don't believe they would do that. But these stories are out there and they should be looked into. Also, the fact that if you have an opinion, you're a troll. You know what I mean? Like, no, that's not how it goes. You're a troll if you've never cared about my content, and then suddenly now, because Captain Marvel has great box office numbers on opening weekend, now you're coming into my channel or everything associated with Geeks and Gamers, and you're just absolutely just killing us, killing anybody that dares to give an opinion that you don't like. Those people are trolls. They're troll bots. And they're opportunists. Like, Captain Marvel has great numbers, so now we can pounce. And it has really, really motivated these trolls to really come after us. But I see people like, you know, like my name, my face, my company, my brand is right here. I'm letting you know who I am. I'm letting you know what my opinions are. I'm letting you know what I look like. I'm not hiding behind a fake Twitter account or a fake YouTube account. You know, and for companies like IGN and Collider and all these other mainstream sources to just dismiss the opinions of people because they don't agree with them. So therefore, your opinion, you're just a hate monger, you know, and you're a racist and you're a sexist and all that stuff. You know, it just shows how ridiculous this culture war is that we are in. So while I agree that based on the numbers that have been released by Disney, that Captain Marvel is definitely a success, I would agree that the second weekend box office drop is irrelevant based on those opening weekend numbers, because the movie is going to do great numbers. It may not hit $1 billion, but it's probably going to do really well. You know what I mean? And I think that fact has to just be accepted. It just does, you know? But there's so much craziness going on with this movie right now. Now, they got all the headlines they wanted, the first female bullshit, all this stuff, the first, you know, the biggest opening for a female movie. They got all the identity politic headlines that they wanted. So I believe that's going to motivate the general audience that doesn't pay attention to this stuff to continue to go out and see this movie in the second weekend. So I don't think we're looking at a 75% drop. I just don't. I don't think so. I think we're probably looking at like a 55% drop, 60 maybe. And that's still going to put this movie in really good shape. But there's a lot of craziness going on. And while I am not going to completely, concede my points that I've been leading up to with this movie, because while Captain Marvel might be a success right now because of how strategically placed it was, and it was strategically placed, and it is the movie studio's job to strategically place movies to make them successful. So good job on that, Marvel Studios. They're a very smart company, very well-run company. There's no doubt about that. But how's this going to go for the long run? Because the people that are out there preaching about this movie don't care about these movies. They're not in these movies for the long run. You know what I mean? So I don't see Captain Marvel being a hero or superhero that can just stand on her own without being protected like she has been protected. But based on the numbers that's been released, Captain Marvel is a success. Second weekend box office drop is pretty irrelevant at this point. And right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to pay attention to some of the things people are talking about, but I'm not going to take that stuff as fact, because it's not at this point. It's speculation. That's all it is. The facts right now, as they have been presented to us, is that Captain Marvel had an extremely successful opening weekend, and those numbers provide the fact that it is going to be a successful movie, and that the second weekend box office is irrelevant, and I am excited for Endgame, but there's just a lot of noise, and there's a lot of stuff that needs to be looked into and confirmed. If true, then we will have more to talk about. So that's all we got for right now. Your support is appreciated. Your support is needed now more than ever. Not just for me, but for people that are covering this stuff just like me, because these bots are after us. I mean, they are after us big time. And it's a lot of fun. Like, it's great. I have never, the channel has never been better. The website has never been better. And now my personal channel is doing great too. Like, everything is great at Geeks and Gamers and for me. So thank you all for that. But your support is now needed more than ever. So thank you. You guys have a great day. Check out geeksandgamers.com. Our forums will be open this Wednesday, hopefully. And these forums are going to have everything: movies, sports, politics, video games, TV, Netflix. Might even put a car forum in there. Whatever. We're going to be moderated. But the rules are going to be very laid back. Very, very laid back. Can't have extreme racism, stuff like that. Can't have any violence, threats of violence to people. Outside of that, it's going to be a lot of fun. But if these forums don't light up like a Christmas tree, then I'll pull them. So I need everybody on those forums to show us that you really want them there. So thank you for the support. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.